All right, sorry about that. And yes, I got the shades on. Wait a minute. I see the chat. Welcome to Detroit Lions Weekly for 12/14/2023. I'm here and I'm about to get comfortable. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat today. I just saw that Josh Reynolds is out. Is that a real thing? D-Mac is in the building. We got Win. We got Streams Only. Says, man, still won't be cleared for next game. We got Rick Grit in the building. Lion Syndicate, can't spell. We've got Camille, Aaron, D-Mac, Kofi. What's up? McNeil and Frank are fine. So they're in. So they're in. All right. You know, I had to start the show with the prime 21s on. I'll be right back. Let me go ahead and change glasses. I'm here. All right. What is up, everybody? We are here and we are feeling some type of way because we need a Lions victory this Saturday, 8:15. Lions had an opportunity to essentially secure the division with the win against the Denver Broncos. Because the Minnesota Vikings they play earlier that afternoon at 1. And the Detroit Lions play at 8:15. The Green Bay Packers lost on Monday Night Football. Had the Lions beat the Chicago Bears last Sunday, we would have had to just win, baby, and wait. And at that point, we would have known if the Minnesota Vikings lost or not. And they would have had the hats. They would have had the confetti. I don't even know what they have, man. The shirts, because we ain't never had an NFC North title. So I don't know. But we blew it, bruh. We blew it. And I'm feeling some type of way. I've had to defend Jared Goff for the last 5 days, and I'm sick of it. I'm tired. I'm tired of it. So I'm ready to get back in the win column because the fan base is falling apart. But, hey, hold on.
I told you. What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you? 'Cause I told you. And when did I tell you? A long time ago. And what did I say will happen when I told you? Exactly what just happened.
All right, so Jonathan, are you the one that commented earlier today that Brandon Perna cursed the Lions? I don't believe in that stuff, but I do watch that his power rankings. He does a wheel all the time. I'm not sure. Yeah, and you know what the crazy part is, though? For me, like, I don't believe in curses and superstition and stuff like that, but it's amazing how eerie things are with that wheel, bruh. Like I watch him almost every week, multiple videos from him, and something will happen, and I'm like, oh my God. So yeah, I'm telling you, man, if you are that type of person, you have just been done in. Braylon says it's annoying. I'm tired of people bashing Goff. Yeah, that is going to. What's up? What is that? Nayan? What's going on? I got mad at a Bears fan. I think the Lions don't want to put everything on film just yet with the remaining schedule. You know, Red Wing, that could be the case. All right, so let me, I'm sorry, wasn't really prepared for this show as far as usually I have different topics and things pulled up, but I guess we got to start with the news, baby. CJ Gardner-Johnson, your boy is back. He has been medically cleared to play. He still have to go through the Lions medical staff, but Dan Campbell said in the press conference that it could be as early as next week. His 21-day window, he's not going to play Sunday, so don't even think about it. He has to be cleared by the team doctors before he can do that. So it looks like CJ Gardner-Johnson is trending that last game against the Minnesota Vikings. Now, we also got to talk, listen, it's a big game. I'm going to give y'all a lot in the chat today, so put stuff in the chat. Fresh and Fly, what's up, bro? What's up, man? Glad you called the other day. Okay, so Reynolds is out. All right, let me pull up Twitter, and it should probably be on the Detroit Lions Twitter account as to who's out. That's going to suck. Let me see who sent it to me. Okay, Braylon, shout out to you, B. Appreciate you, man. All right, so let's bring this in. And see who is, that sucks, man. All right. Appreciate my guy, BD. Braylon, says Detroit Lions, here we go. Hendon Hooker is out, obviously. Taylor Decker is questionable. We figured he would probably be in. Benito Jones, questionable. Frank Ragnow, questionable. So those guys will be in. So, okay, so this was before that. Let me see if the updated one has come out. That sucks, man. Okay. Let me type in Detroit Lions real quick. Okay, because they usually put it out right at 4. There it is. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. That sucks, man. All right, let's bring it back in. Okay, so, yep, Hendon Hooker out. Questionable. Taylor Decker. Josh Reynolds is questionable. He's questionable. Where did y'all see he was out at? And this dropped 21 minutes ago. So, is he out? Because it says he's questionable right here. So, if there's an updated one, let me know. Okay. Where we at here? Not like Mr. Pool data, though. How did Reynolds get hurt? I don't know. Probably his back. If Reynolds is out, then please more targets for J-Mo. The idea of firing your defensive coordinator in the middle of the playoff run is crazy wild. Yeah, the idea is, but the reality is he needs to be fired. So I'm not saying it needs to be now, but he needs to be fired. That's it. And, and here's the thing, though, bro. How far are we going to go? How far? We got Lions fans saying we're not even making the playoffs. Now, I don't believe that. I believe that we're going to go 12-5, 11-6. But I think we make the playoffs. But what happens when we get there and we get bounced out? So they're not going to do it, but I don't know. I don't think he's out. Well, y'all, listen, y'all was feeding me bad intel. Y'all said he was out. Is he out or is he not out? I need to know. What's up, HH? Says Phil Gibbs and J-Mo. Hey, bro. H, I saw you, man. I saw you on a different channel. I was like, wow. I said, I didn't know that you felt that way about JG. I got a question for you, H. Let me ask you this, bro. And you can be honest. This is a safe space. You've been rocking with your boy a long time. We go back to Gridiron Blitz. I think you've called into the show before. Maybe, maybe not. Do you not want to talk about Goff on this channel? Do you think I'm going to act a certain way? Because I saw you. I was like, is this the same guy? Because I was like, he don't say this stuff on my channel. I don't want anybody to ever feel like they can't say what they feel. The only thing that you'll notice on my channel, and this is for everybody, if you being disrespectful or to me, then I'm not going to heart your comment. If you being ridiculous, I'm going to delete your channel. Not you, bro. But if you're being ridiculous, I'm going to delete the comment. Yes, I do delete comments. So if yours disappeared, that's probably why. Not you, H, but people who watch the show. But I don't want anybody to be fearful to say something. So like if you don't want to upset me or whatever, I don't want that. I think that we can have dialogue in the comment section. But I was like, bro, what is going on, man? We are making the playoffs. The NFC is a dumpster fire this year. I wouldn't pay them though. Well, you know what, bro? I honestly don't know what the Lions are going to do. I'm kind of tired trying to figure it out. I don't know what they're going to do. If we go into the season and Goff doesn't get an extension, that's when the writing's going to be on the wall at that point. That's when the writing's going to be on the wall. Because next year, you know what? It could be that because Hendon Hooker will be the backup quarterback next year. And Jarrett's leash is going to be super duper small. But then the Lions are going to have to balance, okay, when do we put him in, right? So we're going to see Hendon Hooker all preseason long. Every game in the preseason, he's going to be playing. Do I think he outplays JG? JG's not going to get a chance to play. At this point, you're going to be talking about leadership and, veteran swag. But I don't know. We're going to see if they don't extend Goff in any way, then I think they might even trade him. Like real talk. If they don't extend him, they might trade him because he can walk after that, or you can trade him, maybe get a second and a third or something. Washington calls every year. They want him every single year. So if they don't extend Jared, that's going to be a topic, man, we're going to be talking about for sure. Okay, so far, I don't see Reynolds is out. The report says that he's questionable, which means he's the only person that is out is Hendon Hooker. Nope. On the list, Josh Reynolds, Frank Ragnow, Benito Jones, Taylor Decker, and Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker is the only one out. And, of course, C.J. Gardner-Johnson. But C.J. Gardner-Johnson is still on IR, so, of course, he's out. What about Laporta? Laporta should be fine. Laporta should be fine. If Reynolds is out, DPJ better be more productive. You laid out exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, listen. I mean, it's the NFL, bro. And Dan Campbell and Brad talk a mean game. But what the reality is, we don't know. We don't know yet. Said Jeff Okudah was in his rookie year, traded his behind away. You know what I'm saying? So said they wanted Jamal Williams to come back, let him walk. So this regime is capable of doing it. I don't know what they're going to do. The thing is, Goff has control over the locker room. That is very true. Hey, Jared Goff, he played Detroit Lions versus Dallas Saturday night game. Yes, that's in 2 weeks, bro. 2 weeks from Saturday. How do you feel about Perna cursing the Lions this week? I didn't watch, but like I said, I don't. Wait. Bro, I don't believe, but just reading that sentence is scary. It's frightening. Yeah, I know, bro. I know. What's up, KD? Surrounding our team with the QB on a rookie deal is like the Eagles and 49ers isn't a bad idea. I mean, that's what we're doing, though. That's what we're doing. The only issue is that if they extend Jared Goff for 2 years, him and Hooker will end, their contracts will end at the same time. And that right there is like, what do you do at that point? You know what I'm saying? Do you extend Hooker without seeing him play? Here's what I think. Okay, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's have a nice little segment. All right, I haven't done one of these in a while. This is a in live stream segment, and the comment section is bringing up some good talking points, and I kind of want to bring something up. All right, so Hendon Hooker hurt. We knew he was going to be red-shirted year one. Now, that's year one of a 4-year deal. Jared Goff currently has, well, at the start of the 2023 season, had, 2 years, right? 2 years had passed. He got 2 years left. Well, he's going into year 4 of the deal. Hendon's going into year 2 of a 4-year deal. If Jared Goff gets extended for 2 years added to the last one, then him and Hendon, their contracts will end at the same time. Now, here's where it gets good. You got Hendon Hooker will be the backup quarterback next year. There's no doubt about it. But backup quarterbacks don't really play in the season. Now, we will see Hendon during the preseason 100%. 100%. If Jared Goff is not extended in the offseason, that tells you everything that the Detroit Lions are thinking, because nothing will probably happen during the actual season. There is an outside chance that if Jared Goff is just lights out, I'm talking about MVP candidate. Right now, he's a top 5 in yards. If he is balling out, they could extend him by like the middle of the season, something like that. If they don't extend him, could they trade him? Right? Do they let him walk? But here's my thing. When is Hendon Hooker going to get in-game experience? If you have a package for him, that's not in-game experience. Right? There are no gimme games in the NFL. You can't say, hey, we're going to put him against the Carolina Panthers because they suck. They're 1-12. There's no gimme games in the NFL. So the question is, how are you going to decipher that Hendon Hooker is an NFL quarterback if he's never really played in the NFL? This offseason is going to be something to see for sure. So I don't know what's happening. I think we make the playoffs. So that's my question. If you think about it, like if you look at Lions and what they do, the Detroit Lions, Brad and Dan have a pattern. They have a mode, and that mode does not include Jalen Carter, does not include Ndamukong Suh, does not include somebody with kind of a checkered trouble pass. And they also, if you watch what they're doing, they didn't extend Jared Goff going with 2 years left. Okay, cool. Nobody really gets extended with 2 years left on the deal. I mean, we're even talking about St. Brown holding out. Dave Burkett mentioned him holding out. Might be some rumblings that he may be considering holding out, which would be crazy to me. But going into the last year of a deal is when contracts are usually, extensions are made. So if we don't get a contract extension for Jared Goff in the offseason, somewhere between OTAs and the end of the season, then that tells you everything you need to know about year 4. That Jared Goff is going to have to play lights out, or he could be traded at the trade deadline next year. I mean, do I want to see that? I don't. Am I excited about Hendon? I mean, I am. I am, because we finally got a backup quarterback. We finally have somebody that's capable of winning some games. But what I would really like to see, this is honestly what I would like to see. I would like to see Hendon get mentored, and not just the dude holding a clipboard. I want the guy in shoulder pads. I want to see him get mentored. Okay. Something we didn't do with Joey Harrington, something we didn't do with Matthew Stafford. It could be that Jared Goff is that guy to mentor a Hendon Hooker to legitimately pass the torch. If you think about it, our previous quarterbacks were just thrown out there, just into the wolf's den, the greatest fight they'll ever know, right? Into the fray. Hendon could have a chance where he doesn't have that, where he actually gets mentored by a veteran quarterback. So I don't know what they're going to do. It's very intriguing, to say the least. I think I missed a super chat. Shout out to Lions Fan Syndicate. Appreciate you. Says Raymond going to get 50 yards Saturday. Then he had another one that said, is CJ actually back? Because I don't know. I will tell you in just a second. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what yours are below. Not sure a mentor would have helped Joey. Bro, Joey Harrington had no offensive line. Joey was probably in the worst position possible, and I would hate to see that happen to Hendon Hooker. So I don't know, man, but give me your thoughts. Let me know. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. All right. I haven't done that in a while. Appreciate the super chat syndicate. You know what I realized, man? You only show up during these shows, which is fantastic, but I appreciate it. I think it's so awesome. Okay. All right, bro. All right, Win. Take care, man. We have a defense. We are not talking about Goff, Hooker at all. Thomas, what are you saying, bro? What are you saying? What's up? Brent says, I want to see Montgomery get more than one snap in the third quarter. Goff doesn't need to be extended. Hooker should play next year. And plus, Aaron Glenn has to be fired. Okay, Jamin. When is Hooker going to play? And where was that at during the segment? When is Hooker going to play? Not rhetorical. Somebody tell me. If you're the Detroit Lions, think like the Detroit Lions. When is Hendon Hooker going to play? If Jared Goff is on the team and he doesn't take the starting job, when are you going to play? You're not just going to play Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker will play in the preseason. The preseason is not like the season, right? That's the only time we'll see him. Now, there is a chance that if Jared Goff stinks it up, and I mean stinks it up, I'm not talking about multiple turnovers. I'm talking about stinks it up, where there's no hope. Jimmy G stink up. You know what I'm saying? One of those guys. Then he has a chance to get pulled. The Lions are not going to just pull Jared Goff. I don't know why, what y'all don't see. I think when it comes to Jared Goff, they mean what they say. Even Dan Campbell in yesterday's press conference was talking about Jared Goff and the interceptions. Ben Johnson was speaking very high of Jared Goff today in his press conference. Y'all the only ones that hate JG. Hendon Hooker, to me, was always an insurance policy for two things. One, if Goff stinks it up, not to y'all, to the management. And B, if Goff was to get hurt. Now, I don't wish injury upon anybody. I want to make that very clear. So don't you take this and twist my words. If Goff was to go down and loses his job that way, we've seen that happen time and time again. Tom Brady, so many other quarterbacks have lost their job to injury. I could see that. I don't want to, I'm not wishing injury. I literally wouldn't do that to my worst enemy, right? So I don't see them just throwing, Hendon, you get to start this week because we play the Chicago Bears. I don't see that happening. If Goff gets pulled this season, Bridgewater is going in, not Hooker. That's facts because he's not even cleared. If you think you're going to see Hendon Hooker in 2023, you are not. You're not. The only way, I don't even think you see him at all, right? If, God forbid, something happened to Jared Goff and Teddy Bridgewater comes in, I think he can win us some games. You know who the third quarter or the backup quarterback becomes David Blau. It's not going to be Teddy. I mean, it's not going to be Hendon. Hendon is for the future, whether that future is 5 years from now or, next year. He's for the future. Even though it's preseason, what if Hooker is just really good? Okay. That's why I think that the offseason is going to tell us all we need to know. All we need to know. Here's I'm going to make a prediction. Oh, man. This is tough. I'm going to make a prediction. This part isn't tough, but the other part is. If Jared Goff is not extended by the start of the season, okay, by the preseason, we could see Hendon during the season. If Jared Goff gets an extension, that tells you everything you need to know. I'm telling, if Jared Goff goes into year 4 with no deal, then that means that they are leaving the door open for Hendon Hooker. That's what that means. Because now you're talking about being able to trade Jared Goff at the trade deadline, right? But then when are we going to see Hendon play? The preseason does not count. We didn't have CJ Gardner Johnson didn't play in the preseason, right? Like our dogs didn't play in the preseason. So if Hendon Hooker plays in the preseason, he going to be going up against guys trying to make the team. Is that really watching him play football? You know what I'm saying? So I know y'all done with Jared. I understand that, but you got to think like an NFL GM and coach. Hendon Hooker is, I honestly believe at this moment, Hendon's only hope, I know it sounds bad, is for Jared Goff to get hurt. That's the only way I see Hendon coming in. And at that point, Hendon's going to go into, I'm not giving his job back, which any person should do that, right? So that's how I see it happening. Because Hendon he's not just going to get placed randomly in the game. And then you got to think about this. How bad would Jared Goff have to be? That means we're probably losing, right? Because I think Mitchell Trubisky got pulled the other day. How bad would he have to be to get yanked mid-game and you just throw Hendon inside? Just first snap is a run, couple runs, probably that whole first series, then a short pass. This offseason will tell you everything you need to know. Goff extended, then he's got the job. He's not, it's up for grabs. That's my honest opinion. Let Hooker get mentored first, then he'll turn out to be just like Willie Beeman. Now, here's the thing. This is what I was going to say. Hendon Hooker is 26 years old. He's 3 years younger than Jared Goff. When his contract is up, he will be almost 30 years old. Most quarterbacks are entering their prime in, 29, 28. Stafford was in his prime. I think Stafford, as good as he's still playing, is on the decline, meaning he has peaked. He is now, plateauing out. But Hendon will be almost 30 years old. What I can see y'all Lions fans doing in 2 years? It's time to get another quarterback. Do y'all really want a 30-year-old Hendon Hooker playing quarterback? So I don't know. But let's talk about this game. Because we seem to get distracted quite a bit. Let's talk about this game against the Denver Broncos. Saturday night, 8:15. It's a big game. The Lions, we got to talk about. I've been waiting all day to talk about this, and y'all distracted me with Hendon, right? We got to talk about. I'm going to tell you right now. Matter of fact, I'll be right. I got to put on my alter ego glasses. The reason I sit them all the way over here is because I don't want to mess them up. All right. Woo-wee. This might have to be another segment because I'm about to I'm here, and I'm about to get comfortable. All right? So let's do this. We got another segment. I'm getting multiple segments in the show, and I got a question for y'all, all right? And chat, get involved. This is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the last 4 games of the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions are 2-2. They started 8-2, right? They're 2-2 in their last 4. To me, anything less than 12-5 after starting 8-2 is a problem. That will mean that we are going into the playoffs 3-4 in our last 7 games. I've been seeing around Twitter, around YouTube, around Facebook that this is very reminiscent of the 2016 season and what happened in 2016. Okay? You don't know? I'm going to remind you. The Lions were 9-4. They lost 3 in a row. They go to Seattle and get stomped. And that's the last time we went to the playoffs. Now, a lot of you guys feel like we're not even going to make it. It's funny how quick SOL came back, how quick you lost faith, right? But we're supposed to be trusting the process. So I'm going to tell you like this. You're not going to get any other channel, okay, like mine, because let the Lions get bounced out in the first round. Let them lose the division. Let them go 11-6 after starting 8-2. And I will rip this entire team. I am going to, the first person I'm coming after in the offseason is Brad Matthias Holmes. I'm coming for you. If you don't do something with this team, I'm coming for you. I'm coming. And when I mean I'm talking about on his platform, he will not be safe from basement chair GM. I'm telling you right now. You know who else I'm coming for? Dan Campbell. You better let go of Aaron Glenn. The Detroit Lions have allowed 26 points in 5 consecutive games. It's time for Aaron Glenn to go. Okay? I don't care who you get. Somebody got to be better than AG. So the safest person is Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell. But I'm going to tell you what. He doesn't fire Aaron Glenn. We're going to have a problem. That's why you never hire your homies. So the question I have for y'all is, what y'all going to do if the Lions, A, blow the division lead, if the Lions, B, go 11-6, and if the Lions, C, get bounced out in the first round of the playoffs? What kind of confidence are you going to have going into 2024? It's open for discussion. What's up, C9? Everyone has to take, D-Mac says, everyone has to take part of the responsibility of the standings, good or bad. Glenn is going nowhere, says Arthur. Okay, get John Fox. Okay, cool. What are we doing? What? Hey, I don't even know if that's this. I just like using Matthias. It ain't his middle name, but to me, it's just funny to me. So what are we doing here? So let me ask you this in the comment section. Where do the Lions finish to you? We got 4 games left. We're currently 2-2 in our last 4. Where do you see the Lions going? We got a big game against the Denver Broncos on Saturday. Second to last home game, right? Sold out. Looking standard. Was real gray, real light blue, because I was looking to maybe get me a ticket. Had a chance to win the division. Can't win it now. Got to wait until the Minnesota game. Do you know, I saw, and I think I mentioned this in yesterday's video, I saw a Twitter feed where the Lions have an opportunity to actually lose the division to the Minnesota Vikings. I went over a scenario with Rocked On. We got some special brewing, so get your popcorn ready, right? I saw a scenario that the Detroit Lions go from the 3rd seed to the 7th seed. If the Lions do anything but win the division, I'm coming. I'm not, there is no one safe from me. And you're not going to get that from other channels. You're not going to get the pitter patter from me. You're not going to get eggshells from me. I'm going to be the only, I was the first one telling y'all during the Saints game when everybody was saying 9-3, relax. Y'all wasn't saying that after 9-4, were you? So I want to know. Arthur says 9-8. Braylon says 12-5, 11-6. That's a failure to me, Stefan. 11-6 is a failure. You started 8-2. That means you won 3 games out of 7. That's a problem. And guess what else? Now you're playing teams that are above 500. Above 500. Okay? The Denver Broncos are 1 game below, so they're not the team. Minnesota Vikings currently 1 game above. Dallas Cowboys are the 2nd seed right now, right? They playing some good football, push Philly right out. Went in there, bullied them, pushed them out, right? Then it's us. If you let the NFC South come up, or you fall to 5, 6, or 7, or out of the playoffs, somebody getting fired. And I'm not talking about Dan or Brad. Somebody getting fired. The whole Allen Park building will be fired. Somebody getting fired, right? So what I'm saying is, I am not going to let these guys off the hook. Brad Holmes, he didn't do a thing at the trade deadline. He brought in 2 36-year-old players off the couch, right? Didn't do nothing. Trust the process. I'm going to come for his head. I'm just telling you right now. So unsubscribe, dislike, do whatever you want to do, because the real one's going to come back. and they gonna know what I'm saying is right, because I've been right. This team is not as great as we thought they were. So that's what I want to know. Lions fan Syndicate with the don't know said, if we lose the division, someone needs to be fired. There you go. And yeah, streams, I cleaned that up. Denver is 7-6. Indeed, they are. But I cleaned that up. So screw it. We need to run the table. Got to fight for it. It's on the players and coaches. So all I'm saying is Brad Holmes has been, it's almost like y'all float this guy. Like y'all put him, he on this little hoverboard just floating over everybody. He's the best. All we care about is he's slapping the table, bro hugging people, knocking people's shoulders out of socket. That's not good enough. We've been through this. 9-7 wasn't good enough, and we can't beat the good teams. Okay? We've heard it all. No more excuses. $57 to $70 million. You got 39 players under contract. Bring in some dogs somehow, some way. Hey, time for talking is over. It's over with. Lost faith, stomp, no one is safe. We're going to have a problem. What you all going to do? No one is safe. Someone getting fired. Passions are definitely high. No, Laura, this is just a reality. This is just a reality. Because as much as we praise Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes, you know what they got to do? Win. They have to win. Year one, we didn't have a team. We had a shell. Matt Patricia left us with nothing. It's like the ex-wife leaving the house. You get there and all your stuff gone. You get a Dear John letter on the table. And no, that didn't happen to me. All right. Now you got year two. We start 1-6. Somebody got to go. Defense is trending historically bad. And who do we fire? A defensive back coach, right? Your defense is trending historically bad. 600. It was projected to give up 599 points, the most in NFL history. And guess what? Weeks 1 through 7, that's exactly what it was doing. Now we get to year 3, finish strong. Get to year 3, we come out dominating, beat the Kansas City Chiefs 8-2. Now all of a sudden, 9-4, we get a little shaky. People getting a little nervous. Why? Because we've been here before. I think we win the division, and I think we get in just fine. We clinch, but we got to beat the Denver Broncos this week. What I'm saying, though, is next year, expectations are going to be high. They're going to be NFC title games, Super Bowl high, right? And I think after 4 years of trusting the process, it's time. I'm not saying fire these guys because we don't want to keep going through the same cycle, but something has to change. Just like Aubrey Pleasant was fired, something has to change. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. My bad. Thank you. I forgot. I muted it to end the stream. Thank you. Okay, so I saw Lauren's comment, and Lauren says, I appreciate the high bar, but we are winning. Maybe not lately. Dookie faces. I know what that means, but what does that mean in the context of your sentence? So I have a question for you. Right now, the Lions are getting compared to the 2022 Minnesota Vikings, right? A lot of people thought, even us Detroit Lions fans, thought they were overachievers. We called them frauds, right? We should have beat them in week 3, and we did beat them later in the season. They go on, they get bounced out at home, first round in the playoffs, 12-5, NFC North title. If we start 8-2, we end 11-6, and we lose the first. You know what? Let's have some fun. Let's say we end 12-5 and we lose. What are we doing? Like, how are y'all feeling? That's what I want to know. Okay, so Cruisin says he doesn't read. What, you don't read or what? What are we talking about? What's up? What's up, Zoe? Okay, listen, Zoe is a Vikings fan. Matter of fact, Zoe, holla at your boy, bro. Hit me on Twitter. We having a get-together, a meet and greet the day before the game, week 18, all right? So, holla at your boy, man, and I'll get you that. But what does that mean, he don't read? Look how the table turned. No. The table ain't turned, bro. I've always been like this. Lions got the opportunity, and guess what? They dropped the ball. I'm gonna be the first one to say something about it. This is unheard of. So see, that's what y'all don't understand. I've never let this team off the hook. Y'all might have, meaning the Detroit Lions fans. I've never let them off the hook ever. Vikings lost to the Lions by 10 last year in week 4. We lost in week 14 by plus 10. Daniel says, I'm 61 years old. Young ones need to listen to Terry Foster. The hope hold in your hearts will be ripped out with ceremony. Okay, Daniel, you know what? I'm 44, right? So you were in high school when I was born. You've been through some hard times. You was there at the beginning of Barry, right? You saw him come out of college, take the end. That's when they used to hold the drafts in people's basements, right? So I understand that. And Terry Foster is a scarred man. He is bringing that 97 won the ticket with him. I appreciate the realism, but Terry Foster, I don't know. He just is. There's no positive in him at all. He seems like he's more bitter than when he was with Mike Valenti. But I understand why he's like that, right? It's we talked about it in the other show, how it's in your DNA. It is in, just think about it, generations. SOL has literally been passed on through generations. It's almost like in your bloodline. It's in people's DNA. Now, I'm done with SOL. I do the feelings come back? Yeah, it comes back, but I'm not going back there. As a matter of fact, the team doesn't want to go back there either. But it's what my job is not for the Detroit Lions. It's for the fans. It's to have conversations with y'all. And I'm going to keep it real like I always did. This team, Brad Holmes, currently has failed this team. He will have, and when I say failed this team, I'm talking about in certain aspects of the team. You got all these pieces now. In the offseason, we need number one priority. Okay, get St. Brown a new deal. Y'all can worry about the amount. Number 2 priority, decide what you're going to do with Jared Goff, because we gonna need to know how much money we have. Priority number 3, okay, and this is close number 2. Get a pass rusher on this team. That's what you're gonna have to do. I don't want to hear it. Nick Bosa, Josh Allen, he'll be available. Nick Bosa's locked up, leading sacks. Myles Garrett. We need a dog on our team in the defensive line. Okay. There's a guy from the Ravens that I might do a video about. I think he's going to be a free agent. Defensive tackle, got 12 sacks this year. While we got Broderick Martin, right? We gave up draft picks for Broderick Martin. It's funny. His name is BM. I'm going to leave it at that. You can use your imagination. I don't dislike the young man. Brad Holmes put this mark on his back. He put this target on his back because you, pounding the table. Broderick Martin. We could have used them picks maybe for some cornerback depth, for, I don't know, a 5th round pass rusher. James Houston was a 6th round pick. Come on, man. And I'm not talking to Michael. I'm just saying, Brad Holmes is not GOAT. He is not a GOAT. He is not GOAT status. Okay? He makes mistakes, and he got to clean them all up. Otherwise, I'm telling you, I'm here, and I'm about to get comfortable. Okay? Shout out to Coach Prime. I need the soundbite, bro. I need the soundbite. SOL 6 feet deep. I'm not worried. I'm mad because there's no excuse for it. I'd argue extended Panay and St. Brown. Okay, check it out. Okay? We got to understand how these things work. Okay? So, why is Panay Sewell not an issue? Can anybody put in the comment section, why is Panay Sewell not an issue next year? Okay? Somebody tell me. Panay Sewell is not an issue next year. He's fine. He is not a problem. St. Brown is. St. Brown is a problem. We got to wrap that up real quick because Dave Burkett wants him, thinks he's going to hold out and thinks he should. And he might. He might. Kenneth says 5th year option. That is correct. That is correct. Yes. It is his 5th year. So next year, they're picking up Penei Sewell's 5th year option. Now going into 2025, now we're talking about extending people. So we got to figure out what we doing with Taylor Decker because that brother is protecting the blind side of Jared Goff, and he ain't doing a good job. All 6 sacks he's given up this year. Taylor Decker, it might be time. I don't know what his contract look like, but Taylor Decker, it might be time to move on. I might sound crazy to some, but Brad hasn't done anything yet for me to doubt him for now. Okay. So what would you need him to do or not to do to doubt him? Put it in the comment section. Taylor need to go. We need a new left tackle and inside offensive lineman this season for sure. So are we keeping Jonah Jackson or what? What are we doing with him? I need a Pepsi sponsor, man. Sponsored by Pepsi. Oh, so let me tell y'all. So, I got the Prime 21s, these glasses right here. You know what I'm saying? And I go to the website. I fill out an affiliate link. And then they send me some little, email that looked generic, stock email, talking about, we regret to tell you we're not going to accept you. I said, okay, that's the last time I mentioned your website on my channel. Now, I'll rock the Prime 21s, but I ain't telling you where I got them from. You're going to have to find out on your own. All right? Because I don't even they could at least told me something personal. Like, okay, you don't get enough views. You don't have enough subs. You don't have enough reach. They just some stock generic answer. Come on, bro. So what, you too good? You too good for your boy? So, yep, you're going to have to find out where I got these yourself. No more free stuff on this channel. If Brad doesn't make a real free agency move this offseason, then I would doubt. Okay, let's talk about it then. Let's talk about it. Put a realistic move that you would like to see Brad Holmes make in the offseason. Now, according to Spot Track, Spo Track, Tomato, which one you want to call it, the Lions will have, sometimes it's at 57, sometimes it's at 70. That's with the increase. What do you expect Brad Holmes to do? Let's assume that, let's do this. Let's say he doesn't extend Jared Goff and he extends St. Brown, right? So Jared Goff goes into his last season and they're going to decide what to do with him. So we go, what moves? How many moves would you like to see? Would you like to see 2? Would you like to see a bunch of smaller moves, a bigger move? What do you want to see? A pair of real good defensive ends. Resign C.J. Gardner Johnson. That's something that we don't talk about a lot. Would you resign C.J. Gardner Johnson? The dude literally has one game healthy, a game and a half healthy, and a half a game hurt. Fought his way back. I would resign him. But the issue with C.J. G.J. is, does he want to be here? Remember, he thought the Eagles was disrespectful. What about the Lions? What about the Lions' new offer? You know what I'm saying? Is he going to would we get a discount because he ain't play and he got $8 million or what? So that's something we have to consider. Okay. Superintendent says, I'd say 1 DE. DE Josh Allen and heavily working on our defense. Okay. Holmes has not proved much of anything to me yet. He can draft, but putting together a championship team, he is clueless. Okay. It was a fluke injury. Give him a full year. Okay, Kenneth. I mean, I agree with you, but how much money is he going to ask for? What would you pay C.J. Gardner Johnson? What if you were Brad Holmes in 2024, free agency rolls around, what are you paying C.J. Gardner Johnson? Braylon with the dono says, get Burns and Allen so Hutch can rest. Man, that would be ridiculous. If we sign both of those guys, our defensive line would be scary. Okay, you know what? Let's get one more. Let's get one more, man, because I'm on a roll today. I got to pull up these guys' stats and we'll talk about it. I know we should be talking about the Bears. We really should, but we get distracted. So what I'm going to try to do next week, okay? But y'all, I want to give y'all a voice. I put Bears on the clock and blah, 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 but this show has no structure because if it did, y'all wouldn't really get a lot of y'all answers from the chat. Okay, I want to see something. We're going to bring this in, and it's going to be a good conversation. I think this is going to be a real good conversation right here whenever we talk about it. Okay, we lose AG, we lose CJ Gardner Johnson. Okay, so Don Juan says 10 million. Daddy says 5 million for 1 year. Okay, Superintendent says 3 years, 30 million. So this is what I think they're going to say to that, bro. Real talk. No. Oh. No. Thought I deleted. I was about to be mad. I don't think they doing that, bro. I don't think they doing that, bro. All right. Let me pull up this. I think this gonna be a good one. I think this video here, this topic here gonna be a good one here. And we gonna talk about it. Bruce Irvin wasn't even playing in week 14. That is correct. He had an ankle injury and they wanted to be, he is 36 after all. You know, that's a dinosaur in football terms. That's why I refer to him as the land before time. Because that's a dinosaur. Okay. William says 2 year, wait. Okay, so his contract will be up. He signed a 1 year deal. So it would have to be a new deal. I feel like Brad would want to sign CJ Gardner Johnson to at least 2 years. So what year? Okay, Kenneth says 2 year, 15 million. Okay. I don't know what they were going to offer him in Philly. Somebody said Purple Remain says, should we resign Emmanuel Mosley? No. I hate to say it, but Emmanuel, his career done here. It might be done in general. I mean, could you imagine? Shout out to him, man, because I couldn't imagine popping one knee, recovering, popping the other one, immediately recovering. And then what kind of confidence, what kind of fortitude do you have to consecutively pop different ACLs and then still play? I don't know, man. I really give it up to these guys because that's a lot. Okay, Lauren says AG and CJ GJ go back to CJ GJ's high school days plus college. Chauncey was drafted a Saint because of their relationship. Lose AG and we lose CJ GJ. Okay. So Chauncey Gardner Johnson been on a losing team? Not like I know he was with the Saints, but I can't remember if they were terrible. Then he went to the Eagles for a 1 year deal, then the Lions for a 1 year deal, right? So I think CJ Gardner Johnson is going to want a little bit of stability. Will he want to stay here? That's going to be a good offseason topic. And if somebody, please take Aaron Glenn, please. Shane Zylstra, superintendent, he got hurt. He got hurt in training camp. It was during the preseason, but not while they were playing. He got hurt. He got hit by one of our own players. It wasn't Khalil Dorsey, was it? He got hit low, and he was done for the season. So he's been out. I can't see Montgomery being re-signed. Or Mosley. No, Mosley ain't coming back. Come back and, bro, Larry, you ain't even right for that one, bro. Both of them. Have anybody done that in NFL history? Has anybody popped 2 ACLs at the same time? I feel like it's physically impossible, bro. That's cold. That is cold. All right, if you have Josh Jacobs on your fantasy team, he is out tonight, so you have to replace him. We don't have time to build confidence. You got to come with it. AG can go to Texas or something. That's funny, bro. We will probably let Mosley walk and draft a cornerback high in the draft like we were going to do this past draft. See, I don't think we were. Sean Bunting from the Titans and L'Jarius Sneed from. Okay, are they free agents, sus? We need a DTDE in free agents draft. Okay, Amir Abdullah or Zamir White, bruh. Would you rather draft a cornerback or sign a free agent? That's a good question. It depends. It really depends. I personally would probably go through the draft, but the guy from Chicago, he's solid. You know what I'm saying? Have Cam Sutton, him out there. In free agency, I am going for Josh Allen. He is number one. Then it would be Brian Burns. Then it would maybe be Danielle Hunter, something like that. I know Danielle's a beast, but he's a little older, so he can still contribute. But, and if we can't get none of them, there's a guy that, I'm going to look into the Ravens guy, but I see what Chris Jones talking about too. I see what he talking about because he might not go back to Kansas City. Harris needs to walk. Oh, yeah, he should have been gone. All right, so let's do one more segment, and we will be we'll be good to go and we'll be back. So before we do that, let me just tell y'all real quick. We're having a meet and greet on January the 6th. My real one's nowhere. We're going back to Uno's. It's going to be way different from what we are used to. For the last game of the season, shout out to my guy JBL. He invited me to go with him or go to Ford Field for the last game of the season. So I will be there the Saturday before, the day before. We will be having a meet and greet. I don't know if like the Crackman and those guys will be there, but they're more than welcome to come. And if they don't, then we'll just have our own thing. And then I'll be down at Ford Field. It's going to be on the 6th of January. And then we'll do that. Right now, it's trending like 6 to 11, somewhere around there. She said we probably could go to 12 if, we got it, because they close at 11, but they would stay open. So more information to come. So I definitely will let you know. Uno's is in the Marriott Hotel. Oh, it also will be, if you're coming, and we're thinking about doing it like the very next week for the playoff game as well. Because I'm going everywhere the Lions are going. So I'm going to Ford Field, and then if they got to go to Cali, I'm going to Cali. If they got to go to Philadelphia, I'm going to Philadelphia. And if they got to go wherever they got to go, man, I'm going to be there. Even if I have to carpool or drive or something, I will be wherever they go. I want to, it's been so long since they've been on this type of run. I want to experience every single second of it, even if they lose. So, and I'm going to try to make that a thing for years to come as well. I think brand new Lions will show up in the playoffs if we go Final Four. Well, listen. Hey, you know what? Nope. Syndicate, not anymore. The curse, right? Because y'all believe in curses, was broken. We've lost 2 games since we've been there. So Uno's is no longer cursed in y'all eyes. Hey, I can see. Hey, can I come get some pizza? You know what, Superintendent? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I have no idea. But let's do this last segment, and we'll end the show for today because I got a job to do in a couple hours. Okay. All right, so we have to have a debate, okay? And I think this one's going to be a good one, all right? So we've been talking a lot, and when I say we, I mean I've seen it in the comment sections. I've been talking to some dudes offline, and there's a topic that's coming up. Last year, that wasn't that big of a deal, but this year, because of what we're seeing, it has become quite the conversation, okay? And I am going to, and I should have thought about this before I started this whole segment. All right, so let's do this over. Let's do this over because I'm not going to spoil it, okay? Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Let me put this music on real quick. All right. I wanted to make sure I had this right. Okay. So get ready. Y'all ready? Okay. Wait, hold on. What do you say? You talking playoffs and stuff? Y'all better. You know what? Listen. You know what, Zoe? Look. Yeah, we talking playoffs because right now we the 3rd seed. And right now we play y'all. So y'all worry about getting in and we worry about beating Denver. Okay. All right. Y'all see us twice. Okay. Don't forget. And we'll see, bro. Week 18. Zoe's cool people, man. All right. So I wanted to make sure that I put this out here before I started this segment. All right. Because I think this is going to be a good one. This has been the topic of a lot of conversation over the past couple of weeks. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to do this. All right. So we've been talking in the chat and on my videos as well about the pass rush and the lack of a pass rush. And last year, this wasn't a big deal. It was kind of with the performance of Hendon Hutchinson last year, 9.5 sacks, had 3 interceptions, a couple forced fumbles or fumble recoveries, and was denied rookie of the year. But this year kind of regressed a little bit. I don't think it's been a regression. I think it's a situation. I think people are used to him. They know what to put on him. But anyway, I can state my case. But there were some people last year that wanted a different guy, all right? And his name is Kayvon Thibodeaux. Now, he is having a fantastic season this season. So the question I have for you, and we'll have the results at the end of this video, is the Detroit Lions should have drafted Kayvon Thibodeaux or Hendon Hutchinson. Now, let's take a look at Kayvon Thibodeaux's stats for both year 1 and 2. In the 2023 regular season, he has 3 forced fumbles and 11.5 sacks. In his entire career, if we go to stats here, his entire career, he played 14 games last year. He got 4 sacks, had 2 forced fumbles, 2 recoveries, and no interceptions. This year, he is playing absolutely lights out. He has more than doubled, almost tripled his sack total. He's got 1 more forced fumble, 1 less recovery, and in his short career has 15.5 sacks. Let's go to our guy, Hendon Hutchinson. Has 6.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 1 interception. If we look at his career, we know that last year he had 9.5 and 6.5 this year. He actually leads Kayvon Thibodeaux by half a sack. But what we're looking at is the 2022 stats in particular. 6.5 for Hutch and 11.5 for Kayvon Thibodeaux. Now, I actually can't believe that this is up for debate. I'll tell you what I think, but I would love to hear what you have to say. So right now, the poll is saying we have 31 votes. The Detroit Lions should have drafted 19% Kayvon Thibodeaux and 81% Hendon Hutchinson. All right, so put in the comment section, why is that? Why is that? Now, Camille says Hutch all day. Hutch is leading the league in pressures in his second year while getting double and triple teamed. Okay, Kayvon has help. Dexter Lawrence and other elite pass rushers. Hutch got nobody. You took the words right out of my mouth. That's exactly what I was going to say. Y'all some smart people. See, Lion Syndicate viewers, y'all smart people. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say that you are the smartest Detroit Lions fans on YouTube, primarily because you watch me. But second to that, because you know what you're talking about. And I agree with that sentiment 100%. Kayvon Thibodeaux does not have the motor that Hendon Hutchinson have. He doesn't have the personality that the Detroit Lions are looking for. That's why we passed on him. But this year, he's kind of drowning Hendon out, but he's doing it for those exact reasons. He has guys to help him. Whereas we have a 3rd round pick that could have went undrafted sitting on the sideline while our premier, right? Because he's not elite, but he's our premier pass rusher, Hendon Hutchinson, gassed because they do put 3 guys on him. There's no one else to account for, and that's on Brad Holmes. So looks like the chat is primarily in agreement with me that the Detroit Lions made the right decision. Let's see what what the chat section is saying at this point. Bring this up so I can see. Hutch all day long. Okay. In the D podcast says Hutch. Really, I'm actually surprised that nobody's saying Kayvon. It's a safe space. If you want to say Kayvon, it's okay. I actually thought it was going to be a greater vote than this. Hutch got harder sacks and doing it by himself. Hutch is double, triple team. You know what? Y'all some smart people. Y'all watch the games. See, people get caught up in numbers. I know I talk a lot about sacks. There's a reason. Sacks win games. They win games. If you are in 3rd and 11 instead of a, third and instead of a 2nd and 8 or 2nd and 6, those 5 yards matter. So absolutely Hutch, but I see the argument. Okay. At least we have the Land Before Time original and sequel. Hey, we could have had Land Before Time 3, bro. If we would have went and got Melvin Ingram, I mean, we trying to make a playoff push and we got nobody. Charles Harris, ghost. Romeo, ghost. Julian, he is DOA. He ain't even in the grave. He is dirt by now, right? All 3 of them guys better be gone next year. All 3 of them. All right, so let's see. We have 49 votes. Let's get one more vote and see and make it an even 50, and we'll end the poll with the voting process right now. Looks like 86% Hutch and Kayvon Thibodeaux 14%. So we got 50 votes and it remained the same. Aiden Hutchinson wins that. So I agree. There is a reason that, and y'all see the same thing I see, which is Hutch has no help. I guarantee. Y'all remember the Suit Warehouse commercial was like, I guarantee it. I guarantee if we get Josh Allen, it's going to be a problem. Next year, we are going to have a problem. The Detroit Lions going to be a problem. And the Minnesota Vikings hope we don't. But you know what? If we don't, we'll welcome Daniil Hunter as well if he can behave. And we ain't giving him $20 million, though. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. Mute it again. I got it. Okay, listen. That's going to be the show, but I got to say this, all right? I got to say this, and I want you to use your imagination here. I actually do appreciate y'all a whole lot. I know we argue in the comment section. Y'all don't like my take some of the time, and that's cool, right? We don't have the same opinion, but I really do value y'all. Y'all are super smart. Y'all watch the same thing I do. You watch football and you watch it with like a more critical eye than usual. But I honestly must say, I was joking about, the channel and stuff like that. I'm in a good place on this platform. And I realize more and more my value on YouTube. And that includes you guys, because without you showing me that, I don't see, right? So, and you help me to feel valuable, right? I know it sounds cheesy and mushy, but I'll say this. I saw something today that I was like, I couldn't believe. Well, I actually could believe, and I want you to use your imagination and figure things out, all right? I saw something today, which when I saw it, and it was here on YouTube, and when I saw it, I was like, wow. It was only a matter of time before this situation presented itself, and what I realized about this platform is that, and I've said this multiple times, no matter what is said about you on the internet, no matter what people feel or they think they know, the human eye and humans have like a detector inside of them, and they can tell when somebody is a certain way. And for all the trouble I give y'all, yelling at y'all, arguing with y'all, in the comment section, whatever, y'all can see who I really am. And you know that is a fan of the Detroit Lions. Nothing more, nothing less. Free tickets to the game. Bobblehead sent to me. People coming to the watch parties. And I realized that y'all see through nonsense. And that makes me feel fantastic, right? I'm not the biggest guy on this platform. I hope to be that one day. But I'm going to tell you this, and I mean this. I never want to be credentialed. That's not what I want to do. I want to be a fan-driven brand. What I do is for y'all, not for me. Never was, never will be. If I do something, it is to bring it to y'all, not to bring it for myself, right? I don't know if y'all notice about me, but I'm in nobody's control. There's no thumb. There are no strings on me. No one controls me. I don't care who you are as far as on this platform. I get to say and do whatever I want on YouTube. There's no boss to tell me I can't say things. If I want to chew out Brad Holmes, I'm going to sit right in this basement chair GM. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get something on my desk that says basement chair GM. And I'm going to do just that, right? Nobody's going to control me. Nobody's going to tell me what I can and cannot say. So anyway, if you've really been rocking with me, you know exactly what I'm talking about because you saw it too. And there are people that are about the community and there are people that are about themselves. And those people make it very known who they are. Okay. So with that being said, my real ones know what's up. And I realize that I'm as real as they come. You know that. And you are as real as they come as well. So anyway, that is my Mr. Rogers moment. I got to go because I got to go to work. My wife is now off. Appreciate y'all. The game will be streamed on Saturday night. We will be live on this channel having a good time. So come in, game audio. And I'm going to launch memberships very soon. Okay, so one of the tiers is going to be early access to watching the game. But that's a little tease I'm giving y'all. I haven't thought of the prices yet and stuff like that, but I think it's time to open membership. So love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.